Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Megan here, and if you're returning, welcome back. We're gonna do a 30-minute total body cardio Pilates class. So we're gonna start with some weights. I have a heavier set today. These are 8 pounds. Normally I work with a 2.5, but I'm gonna go a little bit heavier today. So grab whichever you'd like. And come with me. So I'm gonna face the side, and I'm gonna place my right foot behind and keep my left foot forward. You can tell that I'm high on my toe and my heel is lifted. We are gonna go into a nice lunge with the bicep curl, and let's go. So as I lunge down, I bicep curl, and I bring everything back up. I'm pulling my shoulders back. I'm not punching forward, bringing my stomach in towards my spine. And you can see I'm making perfect little L's with my knees as I come down. And I'm putting most of my weight center, but really driving through that left heel to bring me back up. Good. We're gonna add on to this. We're gonna do the same thing, but now we're just gonna add single arm. So a little bit faster, almost like a pulse. Really feel that glute start firing up, looking straight ahead. Engage that core. Whew. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay there. You're just gonna hinge forward, elbows come up, and we're just gonna go right into a nice tricep extension. So you can see that my arms stay back there, and I'm just bending at that elbow joint. I have a nice long spine. Let's go for 5, squeeze those triceps. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna stay there, and now I'm gonna hinge forward, and now I'm on my left leg. Weights come down, and I'm just gonna lower my right toe and lift. So I'm lowering, lifting my right leg, tapping the toe, squeezing those glutes. Really find that spot on the floor to keep your balance. Legs working really hard here. 5, keep your hips squared. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay there, and just bring those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, and now let's open up into a wide second. So hips, legs about hip distance apart, and we're just gonna hinge forward, and we're gonna go into a high elbow row. So palms facing in, and now we're just gonna bring one arm up at a time. You can see that they come into a high elbow, and my elbow comes out towards the sides of the room. I have a slight hinge forward, but I'm sitting back towards my heels still. Good. Keep going. Keep breathing. Think of a nice long neutral spine. We're not crunching in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stay there. Now you're just going to pivot your toes out towards the sides of the room. We're going to come down into a nice sumo squat. So the lower you get, the higher the tush. Activate those inner thighs. And we're gonna do a bicep curl, extend the leg, shoulder press, and back down. So go at your own speed. Really depends what size weight you have. Good. Try to get really low into that squat, and then drive through those heels to lift you. Extending those legs, squeezing those inner thighs closer together. Whew, hopefully you're getting warm. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Let's come down into that low squat and just pulse it out. Your weights can stay right in the center. For 5, squeeze those inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press through and come on up. Whew. Good job, guys. We're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side. So now my right foot's coming forward. And we're gonna start with those lunges with the bicep curl. So when you're ready, get your balance, find a spot on the wall, and then let's go. So you can see that my left toes, I'm on my left toes and my heel is lifted. I'm trying to keep my center, my weight in the center, but I'm really driving through my right heel to lift me back up. Squeezing those glutes, really feeling them fire up. Good job, guys. And you can tell my legs come perfectly down to 2 perfect little L's. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay there. Just hinge forward. You keep your back leg down. Arms come up. And we're just going into this nice tricep extensions. So my arms are staying back behind me. I'm just bending at the elbows. These are a lot more difficult with a heavier weight, but I'm trying to stay focused and keep my posture. Let's go for 5, 4, squeeze those triceps, 3, 2, and 1. Good, stay there. Now you're gonna hinge forward onto that right leg, and you're just gonna lower that left leg, tap the toes, and lift. Tap and lift. Really squeezing those glutes. Keep a slight bend in that right knee. You don't wanna hyperextend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay high, stay hinged, keep that left leg up, and just bring those arms up into a row. 5, squeezing the shoulder blades. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and put that leg down. And let's open back up into a second. And we're gonna hinge forward, and we're gonna go right into that high elbow row. So bring right arm, left arm. So both hands meet in the middle, and then you're just bringing that up, really activating the lats, feeling the back work here. Sit back towards those heels, lengthen through that spine. You got it. Whew. Keep breathing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stay there. Just now pivot your toes out towards the sides of the room, and we're gonna go back into that nice sumo squat. And we're gonna go into that bicep curl, extend the legs, shoulder press. So back doing that same movement that we did on that other side. Good. Same thing through here, guys. Really get low in that squat. Drive through those heels as you extend those legs and shoulder press up. Really try to activate those inner thighs. I am definitely warm and starting to sweat, so hopefully you are too. Good. So for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Let's come down into that low squat and just pulse it. Stay low, just little inch pulses. Keep those arms still. 5, squeeze those inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press through those heels and come on up. Whew. Good job, guys. We can go ahead and put our weights down. I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water. And let's keep on going. So find me at the end of your mat. I'm on the left side of my mat, so it doesn't really matter. We're gonna do both sides. And when you're ready, let's go ahead, tuck our chin, rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time till our hands meet. And then let's walk out to a high plank. So my all 10 fingers are down. I'm pressing my heels back. Find your nice flat back. We're not here and we're not here. Really activate that core. Draw your belly button closer to your spine. And now we're gonna lift right leg, squeeze your glute, left leg, squeeze your glute, and then you're gonna sit back towards your heels, just hovering. But you can see I still have that flat back. 1, 2. Back to high plank. Lift, lift, sit back, back. So you can alternate which foot comes up first. But you really want to maintain a really strong core here and really try to keep that flat back through this whole motion. Good. Almost there. Couple more sets. Keep a slight bend in your elbow. Don't hyperextend. Last set here, guys. Lift, lift, back, back. And then come on down. Whew, good job. Now let's come on to our right forearm. And we're gonna come onto our right side. So I'm sitting on my right hip, right forearm down. I have my elbow right underneath my shoulder. I'm gonna place my left hand behind my head, and I'm going to bring my feet up. So my left leg, my right leg, which is my bottom leg, that is on the floor. My heels are lifted and my left leg's up. So we're just going to do clam, so both knees touch, and then you're gonna bring your knee in towards your elbow. So you really wanna close that gap between your hip bone and your lowest rib bone. Feel that nice oblique crunch, and then back to center. So knees touch, clam, and then oblique crunch. So we're just gonna do a few of these. You can tell that my ankles have not dropped. They stay lifted. So I'm feeling that nice clam motion and then getting into those obliques. So we're working our hip abductors and then really cinching that waistline, getting a nice little waistline. Draw the stomach in closer to your spine. Let's go for 5. Pull those shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and lower your bottom leg and extend your top leg. And now you're going to flex the foot, sweep it in front till it gets to the same as your bottom leg, and then point your toes back. So keep your leg up at hip level and don't drop it. Really pull those shoulders back, activate that core, really push through this right arm. We're not slouching into it. So really strong posture here, really focusing on all the muscles that we're working. Good job, guys. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, flexing that foot and pointing the toes back. 2, and 1. Bring your leg just slightly in front of you so you can see those toes. Don't drop the leg, keep it up at hip level, and you're gonna circle forward. Really feel that side, our hip abductors, outer thigh, outer glute. Working hard here, getting nice and toning. For 3, 2, 1, let's reverse direction, so go back. Same thing, guys. I haven't dropped my legs, so I'm really feeling this. It's really starting to fire up, and that's what we want. Engage that core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna bend it in towards your chest and kick through that heel. I still haven't dropped it. Definitely feeling it fire up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and just rub that out really quick. We're not done here. We're gonna come into a high side plank. So if you're with me, you're gonna cross your left leg. So your top leg in front, your bottom leg comes behind, and I'm gonna come onto my wrist. If this is too much for you, you can stay down on your elbow. When you're ready, you're gonna push out into that plank. Arm comes up, and we're gonna thread that needle. So you're gonna push back and reach your hand behind you, kind of towards that back ankle, and then back up. So you're really lifting up on this right oblique and then back down. Good job. Really reach behind you. Let your head follow your hand for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Stay high and just pulse those hips up. 5, really lifting up on the side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Whew. Good job, guys. Roll out your wrist. And we're gonna take everything out onto that other side. So we're gonna start on the back of our mat. Now I'm on my right side. Whew. We're gonna tuck our chin and we're gonna roll down 1 vertebrae at a time until our hands meet the mat. And then let's walk out to a plank. But I'm gonna actually come down to my forearms now. So I'm on my forearms and my hands are flat. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dip one knee, the next knee, and then I'm just gonna, on the balls of my feet, turn my hips to one side and the other. So drop one knee, drop the other knee, and then just a little hip dip. But really think about rainbowing those hips up, lifting high on that oblique. And I'm just pivoting on the balls of my feet. Good. Stay strong, keep that nice flat back for 4, 3, 2, and the last one, and come on down. Whew, it's a quick little child's pose. And then let's come up, and now we're gonna do the same plank variation on this side. So we're gonna start on our left forearm, and I'm gonna bring my legs to tabletop, and I'm gonna keep my heels glued and release my knees, but lift my heels up. So my ankles and my heels, feet are in space, bottom leg is still on the mat. Bringing our head, right hand behind your head, pull those shoulders back. You're going to have your knees touch into a clam, and then bring your knee in towards your elbow. So closing that gap again between your hip bone and your lowest rib, and then back. So clam, crunch. So really find that engagement, find that muscle that we're working into. Really feel that nice little pinch on the side oblique, getting into that waistline. By keeping our heels up and in space, we're really challenging our hip abductors. So a lot of muscles working. Remember, we're not slouching into this shoulder. Push through it. Pull those shoulders back. Engage that core. Good. Keep going, guys. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're just gonna lower that bottom leg, extend that top leg out, flex the foot, sweep it in front till it's in line with that bottom leg, point the toes back. So the challenging part here is keeping this leg up at hip level. We're not gonna drop it. We're gonna keep it right up with our hip, and we're really gonna burn out the hip abductors. Really get some nice toned legs. Good. Engaging that core, still pushing through this left shoulder. We haven't dropped it. Keep going, guys. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that foot right in front of you, just slightly so you can see your toes, and just circling in front. Still haven't dropped that leg, so really feeling this hip abductor working hard. Engage that core. You got it, guys. Keep breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's reverse direction. Still haven't dropped it. Stay strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Almost done, guys. Bend that knee into chest and kick through that hill. Don't drop that leg. Keep it up at hip level. I'm really feeling these fire up. So hopefully you are too. You got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holy moly. Rub that out. And when you're ready, we're gonna finish with the plank variation on this side. So, I'm gonna place my right leg, which is my top leg in front, and my bottom leg behind. If you're coming onto that high arm plank with me, go ahead. If it's too much, stay on your forearm. When you're ready, push through those legs, push through that arm comes up, and let's go into that threaded needle. So I'm gonna push my hips back, and really feel that left oblique lift, and then back up. My head is following my hand. I'm engaging my core, lifting up on this left oblique. Really trying to reach towards that back ankle. Whew, good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Keep it high, pulse those hips up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come on down. Whew. Good job, guys. Take a quick sip of water, and we're gonna bring it onto our backs. So when you're ready, let's go ahead. We're gonna sit up onto the balls, onto our sit bones, feet flat, grabbing right behind the back of our knees. Really pull into it. So really lengthening through that spine. See, this is relaxed and this is me pulling into it. So really feel that lengthen. And then when you're ready, arms come up right in front of you. And we're gonna slowly come on down into a nice C curve. So I'm in a nice C curve here. And I have my arms in front, and I'm just gonna go into a high march. So I'm just gonna bring one leg up. See my knees coming up, but I'm still maintaining this nice C curve. I'm really trying to stay steady in my upper body, and I'm just lifting one leg at a time. So really feeling those low abs working. Good, let's go for 5, 4, 3, we're gonna add on 2, 1, stay there. Now you're gonna extend your left leg, right leg. So we're doing the same thing, we're just adding a nice extension. So see if you can actually get lower in that C curve. How high can you lift those legs? Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're gonna bring both legs up. See if you can maintain that C curve. And we're just gonna bring our hands towards the left and towards the right. So I'm really balancing on my tailbone. And I'm just moving through the waistline. So getting into the nice waist. Keeping my heels lifted if you can. If this is too much, you can put your feet down. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet down. And let's go ahead and lay down. Good. So bringing our feet down. Let's go ahead and bring our legs to tabletop, okay? And our hands behind our head. And from here, we're just gonna drop one leg, one toe at a time. So I bring my head, neck, and shoulders up. So I'm gonna stay in a nice flexion. If this is too much, you can keep your head down. But if you're with me, let's go ahead and drop one toe. Really control this in the core, guys. Don't put this in your lower back. So really shift your hips up towards your belly button as if someone's gonna punch you in that gut. Good. Let's add on. So when you drop that left toe, you're gonna bring your armpit towards that, your right toe, you're gonna bring your armpit towards that left knee. And we're gonna switch. So like I said, I always say armpit, not elbow, because elbow is gonna make you collapse in the chest. You really wanna try to keep your chest proud and wide collarbones. Good, let's add on. Now let's extend that leg, so a nice bicycle and in. So now we're extending the leg and bringing opposite armpit, opposite knee. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there. Just grab the back of your knees. We're not done. We're going to go into double leg stretch. So we're going to extend everything up overhead, circle around, and grab your shins. So you can see I'm staying in this nice hollow stomach and extending everything out. Using everything I have to lengthen through the core, reaching those toes and arms opposite direction. Good job, guys. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, we're gonna go into scissor kick. So right leg up, left leg down, and really think about pulling that leg towards your nose. Lengthening through the back of those legs. Stay high in that flexion. Feel those abs working for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both legs out. You're going to bring your hands behind your head. Both legs come up to the ceiling, and we're just gonna lower and lift those legs. Straight up and down. We're almost done, guys. Keep breathing, you got this. Feel that core working hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both knees in and hug it out. Good job, guys. Take a quick little breath. We're almost done. We're just gonna burn it out with a quick little cardio burst, and then you are done. So, towel off, grab a quick sip of water, and let's come onto the mat. And we're just going to do a squat jump. So you're gonna come down to that squat and jump. If this is too much for your knees, you can just do a toe tap. See if you can get as low though. But if you really want to burn out, get that heart rate up, empty your tank, everything you have, leave it on the mat right now. Keep breathing, guys. See how high you can jump, how low you can go. And this switch sides for 3, 2, 1. Other side. Woo. I'm trying to, there we go. You got it. Keep going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come center. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake. Let that heart rate come down. Good job, guys. Hopefully you stayed with me and you did that last cardio burst. You emptied your tank. I sure did. I left everything on this mat. Let's just bring our heart rate down and let's just do a quick roll down. So drop your chin and guide with your arms all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. Coming down, touching the floor, and just hanging heavy here for a minute. head is the last thing to come up. And that's it. Thank you so much, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that 30-minute cardio Pilates burnout full body. I sure did. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my page. I will be loading brand new mat and cardio classes every Tuesday and Thursday at 4:30. So you can definitely depend on seeing one of those classes Tuesdays and Thursdays. And in between, I will do reformer classes and maybe some more bar. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.